Hey guys, today I am back with a video that I'm hoping is going to be really helpful for you. So literally as I was sitting down to film this video, a mailman showed up with my Stitch Fix box. So, talk about timing, but I'm not going to open that today. I'm going to go ahead and wait till probably this Friday. I asked you guys a question on my community tab on my YouTube channel. I asked you guys if you would be interested in me doing a video on how you can find, or at least taking steps to help you find the perfect clothing subscription box. I've been getting lots of questions, and there's just things that I've noticed along the way that might be helpful for you if you are interested in finding a clothing box. And one of the main reasons that I personally enjoy the clothing boxes is because you get to have that interaction with the personal stylist with some of these, but also it's really helps me figure out my own personal style. So I wanted to come up with some steps that you could actually use when you're looking for that perfect clothing subscription or clothing box that's going to be best for you. So I'm going to be giving you 4 steps that I feel like are very necessary in order to find that perfect subscription service or clothing box. Subscription boxes, we've been starting to see a lot more companies and brands jumping on board with this business model just because of what it offers for both the customer and the business. It's beneficial for both sides. Clothing boxes mainly offer convenience, they're personalized, you get access to a personal stylist. I always get that anticipation for my next box. Like, I am the first to admit that I love unwrapping boxes. There's just that anticipation behind the clothing boxes that is just, it's so much fun, and it's kind of something that I really looked forward to more this year in particular. I think just because we don't have the opportunity to really go into stores at the moment. For me, it is still a lot of trial and error with these boxes. I've been doing it for almost a year and a half. I've tried several different subscription boxes. Some of them I'm being very consistent with. Others I haven't had quite as much success. And I feel like all of these are really great clothing boxes and companies, but they're for different reasons. Like, it just depends on what you're looking for. My intention for this video is just to help you narrow down the search for the subscription that's going to be a perfect fit for you. I'm going to have the link to all of my playlists that have all of my clothing box reviews. So I've done several reviews on Stitch Fix, Trunk Club, Haverdash, Nuuly. A new one is Flip Fit, which I really love that one. I'm going to have all those videos linked down below so that they're nice and easy for you guys to find if you are interested in a particular clothing box. And I am keeping this narrowed down to just clothing boxes because if we were to get broader than that, I feel like that's a lot of territory to cover. So I'm just keeping this down to clothes, and it's kind of what I'm the most familiar with and what I've been reviewing the most. Since I have been trying all of these subscription boxes, there are some definite pros and cons that I have personally experienced, and I want to share those with you today in this video, just because I'm hoping that my experiences might be helpful for you. A few positive things that I've really experienced since I've been on the clothing services: I have been able to try new styles that I feel like have helped me develop my style. And really, I was able to discover that my style is more romantic just by trying like all these different clothing subscription boxes. I've been able to discover new brands, and I have added new staples to my closet that I will be wearing for years. So those are a couple of the positives that I've experienced, and I could go on and on. There are definitely some more positives I could mention, but I want to kind of keep this short and sweet and get into the steps as quickly as possible. A couple negatives that I have experienced with clothing services: I've bought items outside my budget. More specifically, in regards to the styling fees, I feel like sometimes I'm pressured to purchase an item just so I don't lose money. So I would say that those are definitely the biggest negatives for me. I haven't really had a negative experience with a stylist. So those are just a few of the pros and cons that come with subscription services, but definitely not limited to. First thing I would really encourage you to do is give yourself a budget and don't go over it. I would say set your budget each month. I say each month because for me it personally fluctuates. So needless to say, just set your budget before the box comes in the mail. Just setting your budget can help narrow down that search for finding the perfect clothing box for you. Most clothing subscription boxes offer you a price range to choose from, but based off of my personal experience, Stitch Fix is definitely a little bit more high end, and they have a $20 styling fee. Trunk Club is a $25 styling fee, but you get a lot more items in the box, and they're a little bit more trendy, but then again, there you have that $25 styling fee kind of hanging over your head. And then there's also Fashom, which I feel like is good if you're looking for more affordable staples. And their fee is now, it used to be $15, but now it's $20. There's also rental companies. Which one is going to be the right subscription box for you? And that really is going to come down to a few questions. Are you wanting a rental subscription? Are you wanting to rent clothes? Do you want to have a bunch of clothes in your closet that you just pay a fee for and then you send back? You can buy at a discounted price. There's lots of rental companies out there that I think are really great. Are you looking for a styled box specifically for you? You want a stylist choosing items based off of your preferences? Do you want to be the one that picks the clothing that you get in the box and just be able to try it on? Or is there a specific brand that you are looking for and you've been wanting to try them out, but you can't get into the store? Just by asking yourself a few of those questions, I feel like can be a good way to narrow down what you're looking for. If you're looking for a professional stylist to style things for you, I think Stitch Fix and Trunk Club are the two that I've had the best experience with. If you are looking just to try on clothes before you buy, which a lot of these are the try before you buy, you don't have to commit to a subscription service or a clothing box just because someone else is having a good experience, because it might not be the one for you. And this is where I get into like all the trying subscriptions, which I definitely do think that there needs to be that trial and error period of time, because the stylist isn't going to nail your style down perfectly the first round. Before you try a subscription box, always find someone with a referral code. Most subscription services and clothing boxes offer discounts and referral codes to try out your first box, so you don't have to pay that fee. And this is a great way to try boxes out before committing to them, because most all clothing subscriptions, rentals, and boxes have a way that you can save money at least on your first round. So usually creators here on YouTube include the links in their description box for you to find, so I would definitely recommend and encourage you to use those links if you are interested in trying them out. Use them so that you aren't paying that full price. And including myself, I also do get credit when people click on my links, but it's also there for your convenience. Like, I wouldn't want you to try a clothing box off of my recommendation and not get that discount. So my fourth point, I think, is the most important. When it comes down to it, you need to know what to ask from your stylist. Asking the right questions from your stylist, giving specific details as to what you're looking for is really important. Always give your stylist feedback. So say that the shoulders were too tight on a shirt or the pants were too short. I could give the example of Stitch Fix. Sometimes the boxes are 5-star, and then at other times I feel like I get a box that just is not my style at all. But I can use those boxes that aren't my style at all and let the stylist know why I don't think that they're my style and why I just didn't like the clothing items. Yes, getting boxes that is not your style can actually be a good thing sometimes. I know it's kind of a different way to look at it, but it does kind of help narrow down the search as to what not to include into the box. It can be frustrating sometimes if you're consistently getting a box that is not your style, and if that's happening, I would suggest going with a service that would allow you to have more freedom to choose what you want in your box, because it sounds like you might be wanting specific clothing items but you're not getting them. I would ask yourself things like, are you looking for a complete outfit from your box? Are you wanting more trendy fall season items in your box? If you're going shopping, what type of items are you wanting in your cart? Like, I would definitely make sure that you know the specifics that you're wanting from your box. An example of a specific request would be one pair of light wash high-waisted distressed jeans. I've had a good positive experience from asking that specific request in one of my boxes. And another thing that you could do, some subscriptions allow you to include photos and stuff like that, and they really do. Like, from my experience, they've done a really good job of including something similar in the box. Now I can actually narrow it down to including in my Stitch Fix boxes that I am specifically looking for a romantic style. So I would definitely say that Stitch Fix has had a huge part in helping me narrow down my style. I think Trunk Club is more relatable to me now, just because I feel like Trunk Club, you get more options to choose from. They're a little bit more trendy than Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix, I feel like, hasn't been quite as trendy as it used to be. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Watch me say that, and then this next Stitch Fix box is going to be more trendy. Okay, I feel like this video is going to go into a whole like comparing Stitch Fix, Trunk Club, like all that. I didn't really want to do that in this video because I feel like each service has its positives. If you are wanting more of a specific comparison between the two, I can definitely do a video on that. I feel like I could go on and on with my personal experiences and things that I've been doing in my boxes, but I'm hoping that these 4 steps will just kind of help narrow down the process for you, because I feel like they really have been helping me, and they are things that I have personally been doing, and I feel like I've been getting really great boxes. I think the biggest thing is to be as specific as possible, know your budget, get your discount the first round, know what you're looking for as far as, you know, rental versus try before you buy. You can go into each category and find boxes that fit that category. Knowing what trends I'm interested in, just keeping up to date on stuff like that. Like sometimes it can be really overwhelming, but I feel like that is something that has been really helping me narrow down my style. I definitely want to go off of this video. I want to add to it as I learn more. You know, even if you guys have more questions, I can make a whole video just based off of your question. But I'm really hoping that these 4 steps will really just help you out. I know they're very basic, but you can get very specific with each step. The communication definitely goes both ways. If you feel like you're not connecting with the stylist that you are with, you can always request a different one, or maybe you just need to switch to a different clothing service. There are beginning to be a lot more clothing subscriptions around and clothing boxes, so there's definitely going to be a lot more to choose from, and hopefully these 4 steps will kind of narrow down that search. I will have a Stitch Fix unboxing coming very soon. I'm working on my fall capsule. I have lots of great stuff coming up, so don't forget to subscribe if you are new here and you really enjoyed this video. Also give me a thumbs up if you did like this. So yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to share with you guys today. I just kind of want to keep this more of like a chit chat, very chill video, but hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!